Dave, thanks for talking to us. Your assessment of the game at 1-1 when it finished?
I thought we were the better team first half. I thought we played, tried to play some good stuff, and we did at times, not often enough. And then I thought second half was a bit of a non-event with two teams that were making sure they didn't lose the game. That's I think the onus is on us, a home team, and we didn't do enough.
So you would have wanted a lot more from your team in that second half then?
Yeah, of course. I think anyone who's come to the game tonight has probably seen two teams that are... The performance, certainly in the second half, was probably reflective of where they are in the league. And I don't think there's much denying that. And like I said, when we're at home, even away, you've got to make sure that you try and win the game, which is what we did. We did try and win the game, but you've got to have a bit of quality and understanding, if you like, of how to do it. Now, I'm not saying we didn't try that. There was brief glimpses of that in the second half, but not enough glimpses. There was, I think, certainly from our side, and I think probably Richard said the same, I think there was a lack of composure across the pitch. But then when we did try and play, like I say, there was a couple of moves over the far side, Tom and Rio, and trying to get in. But then the disappointing thing was in the last 10 minutes where not playing the right way. And I think that's that English mentality of just whack it forward and hope. No, don't whack it forward and hope. Play football. And if we'd have conceded a late goal, then not that I ever want to concede any goals, but if you do that when you're trying to play the right way, whenever, against whoever, whatever stage of the game, that's more bearable. I'm not saying it's good or acceptable, but it's bearable. If we'd have conceded a late goal in the last 10-15 minutes there, just whacking it, I'd have been mightily annoyed. So yeah, like I said, I think there were signs that we were trying to do the right thing, certainly in the first half, and very, very brief glimpses in the second half. But like I said, I thought for the majority of the second half it was a bit of a non-event.
Would you think the quality went missing because the players might have just been thinking what the importance of a win could be for both sides?
Possibly. That's an unreasonable statement. I think it's probably somewhere, yes. Should it have or affected them as much as it did? Like I say, on both sides, I think then probably not. But that's where we're at, and it's another point on the board.
Of course, you've just mentioned that first half, and you got yourselves in front. How cruel and disappointing was it that you allowed once again that little lead that you got to slip through a ball going in the box? Well,
a corner's come in and it's rolled across inside our 6-yard box. It's like, how can you? Nobody's going to attack the ball and going to clear the ball and white up the pitch. That's the first thing. And then the ball's come in and half of them's got up, half of them stayed in, and some of the ball's in the back of the net. And the fact that we've worked on that is annoying.
5 changes made. Was there any positives to come out of what you did?
Yeah, look, listen, we've got a point. We haven't got many of them in the last few games. That's the first thing. I thought Billy Davis was probably the best player on the pitch. Not necessarily because he had lots of things to do. I just thought he was extremely competent. And when called upon to make important actions, I thought he did that very well. He stuck out a leg for the goal, for example. It was a terrific assist. Everyone thought the ball was going out of play. Bang, Ports can't miss. Little things like that maybe people did or didn't see, I don't know, but we certainly valued his contribution tonight. Did everything that was expected of him. As a young pro who's just still finding his feet, but coming of age really well. I thought it was a real mature performance, to be honest.
And the man who got the goal, just a word on Chris Porter, he's been waiting for one more goal to get his 50th in a Crew shirt. It was his 400th league appearance as well tonight, and he was there, Johnny, on the spot for you. You've got a lot of faith in Chris Porter, haven't you?
Oh yeah, he's scored some goals for us already this season. I'm sure he'll score some more. He's a goal scorer. You know, he's a goal scorer. It's as simple as that. Yeah, he's getting on the touch, but he's a goal scorer, and you know, you've got to. They've always got value, and Chris is no different.
And just sticking with Chris Long, unfortunately, got an injury. Can you just bring us up to date what happened? He tried to carry on. You can see how frustrated he was down there.
You know, Steve, the physio, went on. Long he thinks he might have tweaked his groin. His strength was all there. It might have just been some sort of cramping or something like that. You don't know. We don't know whether he's stretched it or not, to be honest, at the minute. But we'll assess that. But it was probably half precautionary and half a sensible decision. And we'll see how he is in the next few days.
So you've got a break in terms of league fixtures with the last game you played with that point on the board. At least there is something there. You know, it's not the end of the world that you lost that game.
No, listen, it's like I say, a point in the right direction. We've now got 2 cup games and we've done relatively well in cup games this season already. So look, it gives us a break from the league, and it's a great opportunity to get momentum.